I guess we have a special treat. Real quick, Frozen is. We're gonna get him on the line. He asked us if
Alright.
there's an interview, so I mean we gotta interview him, right?
Let's do it. Yeah, definitely. So to start off, congratulations on the victory. That is absolutely awesome to see. We saw a few little interactions there. Things that a lot of the OGs and professionals, um, they know about. They've been playing for so long. See little mistakes there. How long have you been playing GU for? I know you came from Hearthstone,
Like
but
3 or 4 weeks, but there's a few
that's
decks that
insane.
I haven't played very much just because like I can tell kind of how they work because you play a lot of card games, there's very similar interactions, but there's quite a few interactions that I just don't know because it works different from what you think it would. Like
Yeah, exactly.
how
Yeah.
how like the heal effect went off first before the Neferu. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Neferu. Yeah, yeah. We were
Yeah.
actually mentioning that because if you technically read the card text, it does state that it destroys the creature before killing.
Yeah.
So little things
Yeah.
like that, definitely different, interesting interactions. But you've only been playing this for 4 weeks. Of course, your Hearthstone experience definitely kicks in, goes into
But
overdrive.
there's a lot of things that in the game that like I kind of know that actually play a lot in advantage because a lot of people kind of expect me to play certain decks because I play them a lot. But even though I can't play some of the control decks perfectly, I know the matchups, and a lot of times the matchups are like extremely favored. So you have that kind of edge, even if you play a little bit poorly. You kind of still make it through as long as you don't make like game-ending mistakes. I don't think I made
Mhm.
like a mistake that literally ends the game on the spot, and I tried to avoid that, even though there's like a lot of time pressure in this game since how the time mechanic works, which kind of got me a little bit at the end too.
Of course. So you're going to be walking home with 0.46 Ethereum here from this tournament, and of course the trophy, the second ever CUJO Valentine's trophy, the first ever
Yeah.
Valentine's one, but second one. What are you going to be doing with your 0.46 ETH? I'm sure some people in chat here are curious.
Probably reinvest into different cards. Probably gonna get like
That's
a
what we like to
full,
hear.
yeah, a full like control set. Just because, yeah, like I think some of the decks are a little bit overrated by the community. A lot of control decks, just because, but it's just because most of the field is like playing aggro, so the control decks have a huge edge. But I don't think they're actually that strong if everyone can have all the cards. So.
Yeah, yeah. So you're getting a professional take right here, everyone in chat. Um, so yeah. So well, shout out to you if you got anything you want to say, any comments to the chat and to the people watching, and any big fans you got out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy to win the tournament. Like all of my opponents were, well, I think in the later rounds especially, were all like really good, and yeah, I was very fortunate to just cue all the good matchups because I kind of um like I can look at what they play and they kind of have history and they don't really adjust. But yeah, I've been able to play pretty much every god, even though my match history doesn't show it. So I have I had a huge edge. But I think in the future people probably are going to catch on. So I'm not going to have that.
So
But
another question here for you. You are, I believe, part of Team Liquid, correct?
yeah,
So are you dragging in some of your friends and having them, like some of your teammates, and having them start to play GU, or is this just
yeah.
strictly you that's been playing?
I
Or
talked to a few of my teammates and they're kind of interested, but they're a little bit more committed to Hearthstone. I am
I see.
also, but I just so happen to have a long break where I could mess around with a few things.
Well, when
And
you got some of these tournaments coming, where you're seeing, like I said, you got 0.46 ETH coming your way.
yeah,
Is the number going to be something that might influence them into?
yeah, of course. I think they'll probably be intrigued. But I think another problem is that a lot of the NFT card games and stuff like that just have huge diminishing returns. Like if you don't get in super early, like
For sure.
the amount you get is just worse and worse as time goes on, which kind of sucks for them. And like I obviously I like tell them all the risks and stuff like that before. So
Something to keep in mind about that also is that a lot of the cards that we see right now that may seem quote unquote overpriced. That's
mhm.
something that as kind of new decks get formed, these cheaper cards become more expensive, and some of these cards that we see now that are more expensive might not get played as much, and will decrease the value also, right? So it's one of those being able to craft decks, which I know you're definitely able to do, will pump some of the value on some of those cards that you purchase yourself.
Yeah. I've been having some fun flipping.
Benefits.
Yeah, like I definitely had a bunch of fun flipping some of the cards, but the thing is, I also feel like right now that the dev progress is a little bit slow. I think from what I heard, a lot of the devs are working more on the mutable side rather than this game. So yeah, like that kind of sucks. Where I feel like new card games will really diversify like the market for like this type of. I do think that NFT cards are the way to go. It's like the best utilization, I think, because you kind of have like it kind of just works well because it just makes sense that the cards have value, and it's like it's already shown that it works in real life, like Magic, and Pokemon and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes.
Well, and I think that's a great viewpoint to have because a lot of people don't necessarily verbalize this kind of stuff, right? And you, like I said, being from Hearthstone, having the viewership you've had and the experience you have, it's definitely nice to have that verbalized from someone like yourself. So definitely appreciate you sharing that, and once again, congratulations on your win, man. That's it's humongous. So we will be in touch, and I'll make sure that gets sent off your way, especially with this awesome NFT CUJO trophy. So
all right, thank you so much. Do you know what this trophy is like? How these trophies work? Can I sell it or I can trade it?
So it's an NFT. It's a full one of one NFT. So it is yours. It'll be sent to you. There'll be some people who may want to snag that up.
Okay.
It's yours, man. It is completely yours. You do what you want, but you might see more value in those down the line.
All right, for sure.
Heads up. Cool.
For sure. Thank you very much.
Congrats again, man.
Cool.
See.
Yeah, for sure. Jeez.
Wow. That was sick. Well,
awesome.
he kind of confirmed what we were saying about matchups. Like he just went for the good matchup. He understood the queue. He said he understood the matchups, even though if he doesn't play the decks perfectly. So, and I think, at the end of the day, that's I guess that's what matters most.